We just had his party's Director of Communication commenting on the subject of the increment of prices on petroleum products we have on the market. And Samuel Ayepe is the Member of Parliament for Yinswana. He's in the studio. Thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay.
Let me apologize first for being a bit late.
Okay.
I have to face some traffic and also had some visitor that I cannot say, no, I'm going out. I have to attend.
All right.
Sorry,
okay,
sorry.
That's granted. And your response to the current increment as we have it?
Yes, let me first say good morning to your viewers, especially those in Yinswana this morning. And I also want to make this correction. If you look at the social media and you read about this increment, it's talking about Parliament approving increasing fuel prices in this country. Let us get the record straight.
Well, you approved the levy, and that added up to already the pricing we have for the automatic adjustment formula. So I think he's explained it.
So it's not Parliament that sets fuel prices in this country. No. We have a board, a commission that has been set up to do that. What we do in Parliament is when there will be a levy, an additional levy, or a review of a levy on the fuel prices. That is what comes to Parliament. So we look at the levy, and then when the levy or the tax is passed, then the government implements it. We must also get it straight here. That is the executives, the finance minister, the minister of petroleum, that was
explain for us.
And then then they look at the bill before it is brought to Parliament.
You are just exonerating yourself from blame.
Not blame. Nobody is blaming anything. I'm of the view that Ghanaians are not getting a fair treatment.
Why?
It's because we for now, I don't know if it's the act of God or being luck in this time round that we have international fuel price fall below $40 per barrel. I think yesterday it was about $36 per barrel. This is a time that Ghanaians should have got opportunity to enjoy the relief in fuel prices that actually affect the price of every commodity on the market. And I find it extremely difficult to understand why the NDC government thinks that we rather have to put more hardship on people whilst the international market fuel price is coming down. I'm of the view that if indeed you are given the power to rule people, whether being in your small organization or in a country or in your constituency, and you intend to squeeze the very people that you want to rule for them to have some comfort, thinking that squeezing them to get money to rule them is not the best.
Were you in Parliament when the levy was, the bill for approval was brought before the plenary?
Exactly, I was there. We in the minority made our point clear that we are actually not in support. And not just like that, some of the members who caught the eye of the speaker actually explain why we think these taxes are not supposed to be put on the premium prices. But you know, in situations like this, you say you have your say, I have my way. So at the end of the day, the majority decision will bind all of us. So once it is a majority decision, yes, we have to go by it. But I'm of the view that it's a harsh decision taken by the government. Looking at the prices that we have in other utility prices and also inflation going up to this level, I think the only lead Ghanaians should have had is the fuel prices that is dropping.
Well, Mr. Yinswana, he was explaining that there was a rationale for the bill itself, for the law itself, exactly. The levy. Mm-hmm. So it means that we're raising additional money.
Yes.
For other projects.
For raising additional money, is that the area that we can look at to raise money? If you are going to fetch water and you come and put the water in a barrel that is leaked, a punctured barrel that is leaked, definitely it doesn't matter the amount of water.
And here the leak is what?
It is about taking steps to stop corruption, prudent usage of the money that we have. And these are some of the things that can help us to get enough. Exactly. Because if you intend to have taxes, increase taxes. Now we said we are going to about having 1% and
it's been on. I think that's been shelved.
Investments.
That's been shelved.
They are now bringing it back for for reconsideration, because we said it that these things will be difficult to implement. We told them, but they have the numbers. They always use their numbers to get their way through. So these are some of the things I think we as a country should look at it, and then when we do that, we save more money than squeezing the very people. And the sad aspect of it is that there's few people that we are even getting this money. The same people that want to squeeze and squeeze all the time, and we think petroleum is the laziest way of.
It is the laziest way of raising
the finance ministry to raise money. Exactly. If indeed, that is why. Yes, that is why we don't have only the finance minister.
So you are saying that the finance ministry is not thinking outside the box?
Exactly. That is. Other than that, I don't think why.
What is exactly? I give you words.
Well, let me give you a very typical example. We don't have finance minister. What we have is finance and economic planning minister. Do you get my point? The two are together. So if you
you're saying he's only doing one part of the work and leave the other. Which one is he not doing? The economic planning.
You have to plan to generate income. You don't just go and sit and say that because if I don't.
So will you advocate the president move him from there? You hear there's a reshuffle coming on.
We have you see when
you are saying he's not doing the work. I'm asking
you. I want to explain. I can't go straight and say that.
You wanted to speak. I wanted to move the subject. There's a last one.
Let's understand this point, my brother.
I just wanted to.
If you want finance minister to do something and he said, let's get the finance minister out, I disagree with those who say that. The reason is that, one, the finance minister will not do anything without subjecting what his policy to cabinet and the economic management team at the office of the president. So before the finance minister will plan and give it.
So you're saying the whole government is.
They are not doing well. Other than that, you not allow your finance minister to do things against your wish. Yeah. And Ghanaians will actually remove your finance minister.
The whole team.
Exactly.
Because the man has proposed a thing, but
if I am the president, I will never allow the finance minister to bring any bill to parliament without submitting it to cabinet for discussion. For scrutiny.
I'm sure it went through cabinet.
No. Exactly. So why don't we say that the finance minister should be removed?
You want to say something? I give you a minute, sir.
Yeah, they have come to realize that.
Who?
The MPP, their minority leader in parliament, the minority leader in parliament said it. When it comes to development, the president has done very well. And that is an indication that whatever money we get from the people is invested in development.
Well, nobody's contesting that. He's contesting the way you manage the economy, and that's what
he brought about
and
issue
other
of
critics
corruption.
Of government have been
he brought about issue of corruption. He should tell me during their 8 years the global corruption perception index.
Just leave it there.
Which has beaten that of. We had 63. He should tell us. Your local this thing to come out
South Africa.
I see.
Don't go there.
Yeah, I knew
that was a wrong analysis. To you. It was a question.
It's not a question. It is perception index. It's a perception index.
Listen to me, the two of you.
That may be you, but generally that is the perception out there.
Sir, you know the Electoral Commission.
I know
they supervise your election. And they'll be supervising the next election in 2016.
Exactly.
You know, the Electoral Commission has accepted the report of the eminent committee that was put together to make sure we look at concerns raised by the MPP as well as the other civil society groupings and pressure groupings about perceived bloating of the register, and as a result of that, the needs for it to be changed. Now it will not be changed. We will do an audit. But the MPP seems to be having concerns with it, as well as the other pressure groupings. What do you make of the stance of the Commission?
Yeah, I disagree with the position of the Electoral Commission and the way they went about the whole thing. The Constitution allows the putting up of an Electoral Commission that it's a commission. It is not just one person sitting at his office.
But what makes you think that it's being run by only one person?
I haven't said that. If you allow me to end my statement, I'm saying Electoral Commission is a commission, and it is not a situation where one person is sitting somewhere and trying to doing his own thing. That will let him get up a committee somewhere to think and advise me how I should go about it. That's what the commission, the Constitution, the 1992 Constitution did not put this into the hands of one person, but it says commission, thinking that before a decision will be taken, the commission will meet and then take a decision on it. constitutionally, they are not wrong to say that, though. Let's see, appoint some people outside the commission to advise us how we should do it. But more, I want to view that the commission is also having competent people that should have met and take decision on whether we should have a new register or not. I also don't think that when the Electoral Commission comes out and say that, hey, we are not going to have a new register, but rather to already the old one, it ends in there. They have written as a response to all those who were concerned of getting.
I'm reading the response from them. I'm reading something from Ghana. I'm reading something from Ghana Web.
Okay.
And according to the reports we're getting, your party and all the political parties have been communicated to.
Exactly.
Okay. What was the communication?
Well, we said we have written to them.
No. What has the Electoral Commission told you?
Oh, that is it's a 35 or so
25
page document, of which I can't sit down here and tell you what is in. But the bottom line is that they prefer auditing the register than to have a new one outright. That is the position of the Electoral Commission, per the advice they said they've received from the committee that they put in place to look at it for them. But my party, MPP, have written to them, let's give us some time. We are also going to look into what you have given to us, and then we'll come out with our position. So it is not the end of the road. We are still taking that. The response from those pressure groups and the
you mean you're not going to agree? You're going to stoke a lot more fire.
I can't sit down here and say we are not going to agree, because another committee has been set up by the party to look into the response.
So the party doesn't have a final.
We are yet to come out with our final decision.
Adam Mutawaskilo, please, your opinion.
I think it is very, very important to know that the Electoral Commission is doing what is constitutionally mandated to do. So there is nothing they have done that is unconstitutional.
Well, there are concerns by stakeholders, and these are key
when the concerns came, that is where they appointed this 5-member committee, eminent people, to look at it. They invited, out of 9, from the presentation, you know that only 2 are not in support of this existing register. Out of that, 7 are in support of the fact that we should audit the existing register. 2, why I always have a problem. You realize that we have what we call noisy minority and silence majority. Even before they met, the way the noise were going, you realize, you would have thought that we will have more than 70% of those who presented supporting that we needed a new register, but it turned the other way around.
So what's your conclusion?
2,
you are saying that there are a lot more Ghanaians who would want
the existing register.
But only audit
let's audit it.
Okay.
Even if we want to have a new register and we put up a lackadaisical attitude, immediately after we will demand for another new register.
2,
it relies on us. 2, I don't get the MPP stand.
Oh,
you say, no, let me come. You tell me that you don't trust this voter register. You cannot use it for election. But when there is a by-election, you use the same voter register.
Well, because that's the legal document they have. Which one do you want?
Look, you must stand by your words.
That don't know what
we don't trust that.
So they should have boycotted.
That is the point. To prove the point.
Why
are you a member of the MPP?
No, you see,
why do you want them to
the time that we had the election, it was the legal document that we can use for elections. Until the decision is taken,
if you doubt the credibility or the basis of a document for voting, it is cut across. If I say that this thing, I don't trust it, then I go and
so your point is what?
On that basis.
They are playing double standards?
They don't know. They are just confused.
Oh, that's my fair.
They should have proven the point that this register,
it is your party and the government that is being more confused.
They should have proven the
that
fact
you admit that the register is not good. Yes,
this register cannot be used for any election.
You are confused.
Just like they are chanting.
Mr. Waskilo,
they need a voter register. They won't use this.
The bottom line is all the parties agree the current voter register we have is fraught with problems. There are minors on it. There could be people who are not supposed to be on it that are on it. You all agree?
Yes.
It's only the modalities by which we have to.
Even if we have a new one today, you will still have some minors.
You will never be sure.
No, you will still.
You can never be sure.
It has existed until we ourselves set up and stayed. And that is why our General Secretary said, if there were minors who were 16 years, 15 years, by this year, they would have attained 18, 19, 20. And therefore, no more miners.
That's the point of confusion.
Are you getting my point? And therefore, there are no more miners. So you build on. You don't go and restart. There's no voter register in the world that hasn't gotten difficulties. There's always difficulties. Even the one we both use. There are challenges.
Okay, I'm quoting Benefson. Benefson has been quoted in a media publication posted on Ghana Web, saying that he felt the commission did a good job by handling the concerns of the MPP and the other parties with a detailed response as to the decision taken. And he says he's not surprised at all by the decision taken by the EC on the voters register. He says he's hoping the MPP will be fair to all Ghanaians and those who supported their decision and disseminate the reply with the same vigor and alacrity it has had in its campaign for a new voters register. That's the response of the EC as to why they felt, based on the recommendation of the committee members, as to why we don't need a new voters register.
We should not also try to paint a picture that a referendum has been held and the majority of Ghanaians say, yeah, let's go this back.
Nobody has said that.
He says that we have a silent minority and the majority of Ghanaians.
He said for those who did the presentation.
Who did the presentation?
The fact that
there were 9.
But he's saying that that's not a response.
Yeah, that the fact that we have a committee set up, a majority of
the constitution doesn't say we need to have a referendum for the whole of Ghanaians to say whether they want a register.
It's only parliament where majority decisions affects the totality of the country. This is not parliament. You have representatives from other 275.
How do you justify what you know?
How do you justify? So this is not parliament. You should understand that fact.
Mr. Ayepe, how do you juxtapose what you've said? Hold on to Benefson. How do you juxtapose what you've said to the fact that you agree that the Constitution mandates the EC to take a decision on the voters register in consonance or in consultation with the political parties? I mean, morally.
So exactly. So that you see, in consultation with the political parties. 2, Benefson, the fact that he's expressing his opinion anyway. As we sit here, we represent. We also have our own opinion. You ask me about my party. So once my party has not met to decide finally and come out and say this is our position in connection with the response from the Electoral Commission, I cannot sit here and say that, hey, we are going to agree with what the Electoral Commission said. Hey, we are not going to agree with what the Electoral Commission said. Do you think people hit the streets finally if they don't agree with it? Yeah, it depends. Not hitting the street is not the only solution to have this new register. It's just part of it. If the time comes and we have to hit the street, why not? It's our constitutional mandate and we can do that. Samuel Ayepe is a member of parliament for Yenswano. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, my brother. And also Adam Mutawakilu is a member of parliament for Damango. Thank you. He always has something to say. He wanted to say something. Yes, before you end, we're not ending. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll have entertainment for you.